Yeah. Yeah. Little light in this motherfucker. Little light, but not too much. Whatever. I decided, like, you know what I'm saying, not too long ago that, you know what I'm saying, I was watching people do YouTube channels and stuff like that, and I was, really into it. I was watching everybody, channels and everything, and I'm like, it's a lot of information that I think I'll be having that I'll be want to put out there. Like, a lot of times I don't be thinking like I'm smart or anything like that. Like, I never believed that, you know what I mean? But I believe something talks to me. Like, a lot of times, like, people ask me stuff, and I wonder, like, why do these people be asking me stuff? And a lot of the times, it's because I think I give good advice, and I say that I don't mean to rub my own self, but I think I do. But it don't be me. Like, sometimes I done talk to people and gave information, and at the same time, I was teaching them, I was teaching myself. Like, I didn't even know that I knew these things. You know what I mean? Sometimes I feel like the spirit talks through me and whatnot. And I wanna, start me a little channel. Like, I wanna put myself out there. Like, I feel like I wanna be heard out here. Like, I be having a lot of good information. Like, I'm not a professor and all this. I know a lot of stuff about books or whatever, but I go with what resonates with me. You know what I'm saying? For the most part, I go with what resonates with me. And I have like this natural wisdom that I feel like I want to share with my people and whatnot. Like, so here we go. You know what I'm saying? My first video. I wouldn't say my first video. I was doing rap. I used to try to put like little videos up, but this was a long time ago before, technology advanced the way that it has. But I feel like a good topic to be Trump. Everybody's trumped up over Trump. The reason I feel like I like Trump, like, I like Trump. I don't see how his endeavors are affecting us as black people. Here you go again, though. Like, I am gonna say this, like, I do this for me and my people. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that don't mean the color, but my people, if you get what I'm saying. But I don't see why people don't like Trump like that. What he got going on don't affect us. That's a war against somebody else. Like, we got to stop putting ourselves in other people's wars. And we've been doing that for forever because a lot of time black people still looking for validation from white people and other people who don't give a fuck about us. And we always put ourselves in they wars. Like, even when, back in the day, we fought they wars, civil wars and all these wars, and then they ain't even give us what we promised. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, they don't like us, they're users. You know what I'm saying? That's what the same thing with the sports and everything. They watch us dance, watch us play, and they infatuated by it, but at the same time, we can't live in the same stature as them, and they hold us down, you know what I'm saying? And I was talking to my brother about Trump, and he was like, man, I hate Trump. And I'm like, why? Because me personally, I was living the same way I was living when Obama was in office, and Bill Clinton and Bush. Like, nothing really changed when it come down to the level that we're on. You see what I'm saying? That's a war that's being fought amongst the elites. And if you're not elite, then I think that you shouldn't give a fuck about what Trump's doing. Because, I know it's going to be a lot of people all on my but I'm from Flint, Michigan, bro. I'm from where the struggle's real. I don't see, like, even though he ain't really doing too much, he's done more. Like, he done more than I think a lot of other people have. But at the same time, I don't feel like that really ever affects us. That's not our war. We have to, like back at G.I. Joe, they say knowing is half the battle. You need to know who your enemies are. You see what I'm saying? You can't just go blindly fighting every battle. I like Trump. Like, when I went to college, I don't know how your college went or whatever, but when I was walking down a hall, you know what I'm saying, you probably had like some social studies type shit. But, I went for computers and business and all that type of stuff, and I never really seen a class that people go to become a president, a senator, ambassador of the United States and stuff like that. You know why? Because you don't get trained for that. They don't pick the person that's best suited for that position. What they do is, you have families, bloodlines. That's why bloodlines are so important. You have families who say, Mr. John Juke, whatever you want to name this motherfucker, he was the senator, and then his son grows up and he get passed down the torch of being the governor, and then so forth and so forth. While you in that political type circle, it's a bloodline type thing. It's a last name type thing. You see what I'm saying? That's why you had the Bushes in office. You know what I'm saying? You got the Clintons rolling through office. It's not a person who's went and studied these things that I feel like I haven't seen it in my colleges. I don't know how y'all's is, if y'all went to Yale and all that other type of stuff, but you never really see people studying for these things. That's why you have uncertified people in these positions. And what I say about Trump is, I like Trump because you can have a police officer ride down the block, shoot a black man in the head. Boom. On the news, they're going to be like, oh, such and such had criminal history, did this, he went to jail for this, and they're going to make the police seem like he was the victim for killing somebody. Because that's how white people roll. No matter how bad or how fucked up they do, they might talk about it amongst themselves, but when it comes to the worldwide platform, they're going to get up there and they're going to defend that white man like he did the best thing. Tell me I'm lying. With that being said, why they don't do that for Trump? Why they not sticking up for Trump the way they do all the white people throughout history? You want to know why? Because he's not a part of that political circle. He got his ass in there, however he got up in there, but when all that he's in there, they can't trust him because he don't have political ties to them. He didn't have campaign donators and people that he owed things to, so he in there doing his thing. He might tell all the secrets, which he has, you know. He tell a lot of secrets if you pay attention. You know what I'm saying? Like, he auditing the government and shutting down the IRS and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? People look at the government shut down as a bad thing, but if you look at it in the way that I look at it is, that's showing people that we don't need them. We don't need IRS. We don't need government. We need us. We need us to come together and do what we need to do. We don't need people who don't have our best interests in mind governing over us. And he's showing us that we don't have to have that. That is doable. We can do it without them. And that's what the whole government shutdown was about to me. It's to show that when the government shut down, I still lived the way I lived when it was up. You know what I'm saying? They weren't giving people they stuff. They weren't giving people their benefits, but yet they were still taking taxes out my check. I guess the government shutdown was just for the outgoing, not for the income. They still took the income. You see what I'm saying? Like I understand where he's coming from. Like, the war was probably just a reason for him to come out like, oh, y'all don't want to give me $5 billion, but hey, it's such and such $1 trillion missing. Man, like, it's simple math. If you got 1 million people, which we know is more than 1 million people working, and they're taking $50 from a person per week for taxes, that's $50 million. Let me see if that math was right. I don't know. But anyways, you get my point. You can go through each city and fix each week and fix that city up. You can do that city in with $50 million, man. You can do all types of stuff. Where is our stuff? Where is our money? Where is it going to? Where is that? I know if I don't pay a bill, fees and fines, if I don't pay child support, I go to jail, man. You try to tell me all these trillions and millions of dollars is missing. Nobody's in jail. Nobody's locked up. Nobody's to blame. That's what I mean about white people. When it come to them, there's no rule. That stuff don't count for them, man. So why all of a sudden they mad at Trump? Is it because he's exposing their hand? Because he don't have the political ties and people who paid his campaigns and blase ski and all that other type of stuff. So now you mad because he's not working on the same pedestal as you. He's not with the same agenda. He has his own agenda. People mad at Russia. Did y'all forget before Trump, way before Trump was president, when Russia told America? Remember when they were beefing because they told America to tell black people what they really are and who they really are? That was a powerful statement to me. Remember when they said, tell your American citizens about the aliens. The number one threat of the world is alien invasions. Trump Senate talking about he's going to have solar soldiers, sending soldiers out into the solar system. Why do you think these people are talking about this shit? Do you think they crazy? But if a brother like me talk about it, I'm crazy though. Y'all gonna talk about me, you know what I mean? Like I'm stupid, you know what I mean? But maybe I am. Who knows? But all I know is I do this, like I get these signals from somewhere else. It's not me. I just get to talking and stuff start making sense. You know what I mean? It do. It really do. You know what I'm saying? Like, I like Trump. And they talking about, oh, he's closing down the wall. Whoop, whoop, whoop. All he's trying to do is stop the drugs so Russia can get the drugs in. Whoop, whoop, whoop. And that's not about that. You know what Mexican people do? What we don't do. They stick together. I'm from Flint, but I'm in Grand Rapids. I have to get the fuck up out of there. They want a nigga gone. But I come here and you got a house. And motherfucker be like, it was 30 Mexicans hopped out that car. There was 50 Mexicans living in that one house. Facebook going crazy. 50 Mexicans living in that one house. Now tell me, now if that house, like everything is math is universal. Now if that house wanted $1,000, you know, 50 Mexicans living in that house, tell me how much that rent gonna be for each one of those Mexicans that's working full-time job, busting their ass for these white people. Yeah, pretty much nothing. You know how easy it is to save money at that rate? And they save this money, and they do that for about a year or two, and then 5 of the compadres out of that 50 come together and be like, look, I saved this. Hey, Andre Holmes, I got this, man. You know what they do? They go get them tires shop. Open up a taco stand. They go into business. Now they in there. And now if them 50 branch off into 5 and open up a business together, and then they use the tax laws, send the money back home, they building big mansions back at home and stuff like that, building up their economy back at home where they come from, and then they pass that down to they other people who invade these taxes and stuff like that. They're building their brand, they're building their ethnicity, they building the Mexican. And you know what? The Mexican is becoming powerful. And that's what the problem is. It's not the drugs and the violence that's coming across the wall. It's the fact that these people are coming over here and they're building, structuring themselves, and then they're going to be a threat because they have money behind them. You can't just go down the street and kill Mexicans. They'll come together and fight you, man. Unlike us, motherfucker they come down here, look at this video, come down and blow my brains out on TV. Motherfucker gonna be outside, record me. Like, oh, that's fucked up. That's fucked up. Y'all not gonna help me, man. Y'all not gonna help. Keep it real. Y'all not gonna help me, man. Y'all not gonna do nothing, man. Y'all gonna forget about me next week. They don't do that, man. They got a code or some type of honor that we lost somewhere around, like somewhere along the way or something. You know what I mean? And that's what make them powerful. And that's what make them the top agenda right now. Now they trying to tear them down. It's messed up, man, but I mean, you got to think about it. And that's why they want the wall. That's why they beefing with Russia. Let's talk about all the stuff beforehand. Cause see, now, I go back to when I was young. I go back a little bit. I might don't look like it, man, but I'm 35 years old. You know what I mean? When I was young, I used to watch TV, and then on these commercials, you had to feed the hungry type shit, and you had all these little kids in Africa with the big heads and the big ass stomachs and the little skinny bodies and stuff like that. They starving and drinking dirty water on top of their head going back to the village. When I was young, I never want to go to Africa. It's all poor bums and hunger and famine and AIDS and all type of diseases spreading at alarming rates. And if that's the case, they'll all be dead by now. But now that I'm older and we have stuff like internet and internet access, and you can actually talk to an African, you can actually talk to Australian, you can actually talk to a Russian. You can get online right now and do that. You don't have to take their word for it like on the news like we used to have to. Like we don't have to do that no more. And now I find out that Africa was a beautiful place. You know I'm from Ghana. Africa's a beautiful place. It's places like America and more. And a whole bunch of Americas inside of Africa. Africa is big. Yeah, you do still have famine and people like that look like that, village people, because they still have respect for nature. They didn't cut down all these trees and stuff like that. They still respect that type of stuff because we need that. You see what I'm saying? So yes, you do have people who still resonate with that, and you look at them a certain type of way. And that's where the word villain come from, village people. You know what I'm saying? Back in the days when they took Christianity and went to war with the people who live in villages, and villain derived from the word village people. Call them villains. And now we use villain as a word for that carry the energy signature of something bad people, when it really just came from village people who didn't believe in the Christ, the people, the pagans that was before Christianity, the religion that was before Christianity. Like, you know what I'm saying? If this was God religion, why wasn't it from the beginning? But that's a whole nother subject. For me, you know what I'm saying? Like, not to say there's no God, but you know what I'm saying? The way that we go about doing these things, we have to understand the history. But, you know, I probably got a little lost on that real quick. But what I'm trying to say is, they made it seem like, Africa was a bad place to be. But yet they're always over there. They over there building businesses over there and trying to agriculture the place and make it like America and taking all the resources. But they made it seem like to us like this was a disease-infested place where you don't want to go. Quit believing the news. Quit believing the commercial. Quit believing the television. When you break down the etymology of the word, tell lies to your vision. Devil, divine, evil. Like, you know what I mean? If you know a little bit about words, you will know that these are spells and curses that they put over your mind to make sure that we weren't going back home. Because now that we done been brought up around white people, we have this white person mind state, business mind state, and a different mind state that if they know, if we go back over there with that, it could be powerful. We go back over there with the agricultural knowledge that we have and the technology knowledge that we have. When we go back to where over there with it and build with our people, they know that we can become sort of like the Mexicans when we empower each other. So now they say, oh, go back to Africa, but they don't really want you to go, nigga. Fuck you mean? Take all their technology and knowledge that we've been taught and brought up with back over there to them, where you got all these, man, come on, put it together. Put it together, man. It's 17 minutes already. But put it together, though. I like Trump. He exposing all their hands. Where that money at? Oh, y'all ain't got that money? Audit the government shut down, nigga. What the fuck y'all been fucking us over? Audit. Y'all design. I got audited. Audit. Then, IRS. Oh, cut them out. We don't need them. Did you know that it's not even a law that we supposed to have to pay taxes? This is not what taxes was for. This was just supposed to have been for a time period, and then it's supposed to went back. Like, how all of a sudden we paying tax? I don't know where this money going, because we all fucked up. How the fuck we in the Great Depression? I don't see shit being done, but all this money being made because I know math. I know how much I paid a week. And if it's safe to say that everybody that I work with paid that, and then everybody in the next building at work paid that, and then the next building, and the next building, all these people paying all that money. That's a lot of fucking money, man. Ain't shit being done. Where's this money? The fuck we in the depression with all this money? It ain't even backed by gold. So now you done made this money and then made a note that's supposed to symbolize the gold. And then after y'all got all the gold into the vault, y'all took the dollar off the gold standard. But look here, they still got all our gold. So when they say money ain't shit no more, they got all the gold any fucking ways. Maybe they building a wall to lock us in, so when they do martial law, you can't get out. You know what I'm saying? I like Trump. He mixes shit up in there, man. He bringing people to realizations. We don't need them. All we need is us, man. All we need is us, man. You know what I mean? Yeah, this is the what they say, the land of opportunity, but that wasn't the land. It's not the land of opportunity because of them, because of the government. It's because of us. We the reason it's the land of opportunity. We never would have gave them the chance to do this if they didn't come with that type of proposal to govern over us. Like, before they came to govern over us, we made what we wanted the government to be. That's why we a democracy. So don't give them the credit. That's the same thing we do with like God a lot of times, man. We are gods. But we don't have the confidence. That's why we not standing up and doing what we supposed to do, because we don't have the confidence, because we think that God gonna do it. God gonna come down here and intervene. When you are God, you are God. You understand what I'm saying? What kills me is when the Bible say God lives in the temple, and the temple is the body. You know what I'm saying? Your Bible says that. Like, they say that God is within you, but yet we go on the outside looking for him. To the Bible and pastors and preachers. But if he say that he in you, why would you go through all that extra work when all you got to do is go within? If God is in you, you go in, not out. You're God. But what happens is when you take God and you put it on the outside of you, you take circumstances and you don't face them the way you should, because you think that God's gonna do it. When you're God, though, you know what I mean? You're God. When something good happens to you, you're like, thank you, God. Oh, God. Something bad happened to you, you be like, the devil was on me. The devil's on me, and what it does is it take away your ability to be responsible for your own goddamn path, for the shit that you did. You did that. When something good happened to you, you did it. Because I'll tell you what, if you just sit on your ass, I done it before, depressed, and just sit on my ass and ain't nothing come to me. And I pray to God, I'm God, God, God. God didn't make no food appear. I had to get up. And it wasn't the devil's fault that I was depressed. It was my fault. You know why? Because I'm God. My realm of reality. I am God in my realm of reality. You God in your realm of reality. And we only extensions of each other. There's no difference in us. You are just me experiencing life through your realm of reality. You know what I'm saying? At simultaneous times. Stuff that God can do. You know what I'm saying? If he said, men are like us. Who is us? When he breathed his breath into us, I guess, whatever y'all want to say, that was him. So now God is inside of us, not on the outside. So that's like being like, you got $1 million in a house somewhere, hidden, but you go out to work or go out in the world and look for $1 million. Why? When it's in your house? Why wouldn't you look in your house if you know it's in your house? A lot of people ain't gonna resonate with this. Like, you know what I'm saying? They might see I'm just rambling on, but this is real. This is my first YouTube channel right here, man. It's gonna be lit, man. I'm gonna come with these subjects. We gonna put predicates on them. Yes, we is. Yes, we is. But I gotta get ready to go to work, man. Something just came over me and told me, like, if you gonna do it, then you gotta do it. You know what I'm saying? So quit sitting on your ass saying you're gonna start this channel. And this is my first video on my first channel. If you like, then subscribe, like, and all that type of stuff. You got a black brother speaking from a black brother state of mind. Elevated. Fuck a conscious community, you know what I'm saying? And a subconscious community, man. All that shit don't mean nothing, man. God body, nigga.